Hey guys, Pastor Heath here. Welcome to this week's Redux. Now I got in a question from last night's message at iNVERSION called The Cure for Fear, and I wanted to go ahead and address that question and add a point of clarification. So last night we went over a message called The Cure for Fear, and essentially what it boils down to is the fact that we need to have an ultimate fear of God, and when we do have that ultimate fear of God, that wipes out other fears that control us and crush us. So in the middle of this talk, I was addressing the idea of how the constructs of our dreams structure our nightmares, or you could say the construct of our hope structures our fears. Now, in saying this, I also mentioned the idea that fear is the flip side of faith. So let me flesh this out, because that was the question, is how is fear the flip side of faith? What does that mean? I think I kind of get it, but I need some clarification on that. Well, the clarification, hopefully, is as follows. So let's first discuss an idolatrous relationship and then a proper relationship with God. An idolatrous relationship would be taking something in the created order and giving that God's throne, lifting that up above everything else, letting that be the thing that we sacrifice for, letting that be the thing that blesses us, letting that thing be the God in our life that rules us and that we end up enslaving ourselves to. We look to that thing or that person or whatever it is for blessing and to give us the good life and to give us our meaning. Now there is a relationship of trust there. We've entrusted this thing or this person on the created order to give us those things, meaning, purpose, identity, hope, rest. Yet there's a fear involved in this because we've entrusted ourselves to this thing, that this thing could destroy us or let us down, or we could let us down and break the relationship and the things that we wanted from this God, things that we wanted from this idol, those things don't come to fruition because of a break in the relationship on our side. We didn't do the works. We weren't moral enough. We weren't a good enough husband. We weren't a good enough wife. We didn't make enough money, etc., etc., etc. So there's a level of fear involved with the trust of these things. The problem is when our ultimate fear is in something on the created order rather than the Creator, that fear will always come to fruition and crush us. Why? Because these things on the created order were never meant to be God. They cannot bear the weight of being God. They will let us down. They cannot save us. They will destroy us. And so there is an inherent level of fear there, and that fear will come to fruition. Okay, so let's hop over to a proper relationship with God. Same thing there. We should have fear and faith there with God. Our ultimate fear should be in Him. He's the one who ordered the universe. He structured it. He created it. There's cause and effect. He knows how it works. We need to be in proper relationship with Him. It's kind of like gravity. When we trust gravity, we know that it's going to do what it does. And if we step out of the airplane at 40,000 feet, there's dire consequences. So the same thing with God. He's spiritual gravity, so to speak. He is the one who has structured everything, and if there's a break in our relationship with Him, then there are dire consequences. So the really amazing part about this, though, is He's perfect. He is beautiful. He's omniscient. He's omnipotent. He's infinite. He's all-loving. So when our fear is put in Him, it actually destroys our other fears because we have the ultimate fear in the ultimate one. And He will not crush us if we trust Him. Why? Because He was the one who was crushed for us. And He is the only one who could bear the weight of being God because He is God. So He will not let us down. Everything else that we trust in will let us down. He alone won't let us down. And so if our ultimate fear is being separated from Him, then that means we've trusted in Him, and then He wipes out all other fears that are irrational. And because we now know how the world works by His revelation and by trusting in Him, all our other fears are appropriate and proportional. So because we've put our faith in Him, we then know how to fear appropriately. There we go. That's pretty much all I wanted to get across to you guys. Now, as you think about this week, remember this fear of God is different than the fear that we know of other things, because the fear of other things is usually some kind of boogeyman, creepy, some kind of scary, bad fear. The fear of God is good. It's intended. It's not irrational, and it's what brings joy to our life when we fear Him out of love because we are in proper relationship with Him. So I hope this helps you guys. I hope this clarifies the question of how is fear the flip side of faith. Can't wait to see you guys. We will see you in 2 weeks. We are not meeting this Sunday. So 2 weeks we will see you at iNVERSION. God bless. Love you guys.